Finkelstein Metals began its journey in the early 1930s of the 20th century, operating through 3 generations of achievements. The company's origins are in the German port of Stettin, where grandfather Yechiel Finkelstein was first employed. The family considered escaping Germany due to the rise of anti-Semitism in the country and the constant harassment of the son Yitzchak by his schoolmates. Yechiel's experience in the shipyards allowed him and his family to receive a special permit, certificat, to immigrate to Palestine and to work in the port of Haifa. In 1935, the Finkelstein family, Yechiel, Golda, and their 3 children immigrated to the port city of Haifa. The British began constructing Haifa's port in 1931 and announced its opening on the 31st of October, 1933. The rapid growth of Haifa's population, which numbered some 100,000 inhabitants by 1936, was directly related to the construction of Haifa's new port. Upon his arrival in Haifa in 1935, Yechiel began working in Haifa port. Sometime later, he left the harbor and began repairing sewing machines, going from house to house and from one sewing workshop to the next. At this time, son Yitzchak Finkelstein studied at the Bosmat Technological High School, founded in 1928 by the Technion University of Haifa. Due to widespread financial hardship at the time, Yitzchak was forced to leave his studies and begin working to help support the family. The family was then living in an apartment at 91 Herzl Street, and the workshop was located in the basement storeroom. In the mid-1930s, the British decided to build the Haifa oil refineries. This resulted in development of the industrial area of Haifa Port and the establishment of the first industrial zone in the north of the country. Pioneering enterprises were established in a variety of industries including paints, footwear, casting, metalwork, as well as others. In the early 1940s, the workshop was moved from 91 Herzl Street to Histadrut Boulevard near the Vulcan Junction. It is here where Yechiel and Yitzchak began machining metal as well as fixing and building industrial machinery. In the 1940s, around 15 workers performed all necessary tasks at the workshop, including machining, hardening, casting, forging, and more. In the picture, we see Yechiel and Yitzchak standing by the first lathes and the melting furnaces in the workshop. After the establishment of the State of Israel, the workshop invented and produced sprinkler heads designed to spray water over great distances. In 1973, Yitzchak Finkelstein passed away at the age of 55. Following Yitzchak's death, Yechiel continued working in the workshop alongside his grandson, Oded. Oded's younger brother, Eitan, a teenager at the time, would come to help out. In the 1970s, the company began casting bronze in the shop using a centrifugal casting method. Around that time, grandfather Yechiel retired from the workshop at the age of 82. At the time of his death at age 95, Yechiel and Golda had been married for 75 years. In the 1980s, the company began casting bronze using a continuous casting method. Until 1986, the company dealt in centrifugal casting, continuous casting, and sand casting. These having graduated from the Israel Institute of Technology, Eitan Finkelstein rejoined the company as an active partner. In those years, the company had begun to acquire advanced equipment and technologies, including induction furnaces and material testing laboratories. In 1989, the company celebrated its first export. You can see here the first containers destined for the United States being loaded and the first export to Germany. Thus, elements of the company production are being used today in the shipyards of Germany, where the family's industrial history began. Finkelstein maintains their business partnerships with these companies to this day. In the coming years, the company expanded its product range, producing brass rods, extrusion of special copper alloys, aluminum, bronze, and marketing of copper alloy bars for a variety of industries. By 1996, production reached roughly 200 tons per month. Over the years, export activities have increased significantly. The company has enlarged its client base and expanded to include destinations in the US, all of Europe, Asia, Australia, and more. In 2014, the cornerstone was laid for the construction of the new plant in the Alon Tavor Industrial Zone. In January 2017, the company moved into its new premises and closed the 2 Haifa Bay factories. The new plant is equipped with the latest machinery and covers an area of 20,000 square meters that includes 2 production halls and an advanced warehouse. In March of the same year, the company continued its expansion by opening a distribution center in the U.S. in Chicago, Illinois. Today, Finkelstein Metals produces raw materials for a wide range of industries, including aerospace, marine, defense, automotive, water, energy, CNC machining, oil and gas, and others. A significant portion of its production is exported to more than 20 countries around the world. The company regards its 70 employees as its most important asset and an essential part of the company's success. At Finkelstein Metals, we believe that our rapidly growing customer base and quality suppliers are partners in our success and continued growth, and that through these partnerships, the company can look to the future as a major supplier of quality products.